Okay. So hi, I'm Ivane Salaün, a PhD student at the LOPS at Ivane, and I'm working with Hervé Mercier and Virginie Thierry. And today I will present some results of my PhD that I will present at the EGU. So as part of the Reykjanes Ridge project, REX, 2 oceanographic cruises were conducted during the summer 2015 and 2017, and the aim was to document the circulation and the variability around the ridge, located here, south of Iceland and at the core of the subpolar gyre. Data are collected along 4 sections, 1 along the ridge and 3 perpendicular to the ridge, which intercept the East Reykjanes Ridge current here that flows southward on the east side, and the Irminger current on the western side that flow northward. The study allowed a direct estimation of the intensity of the gyre as the westward transport from Iceland to the northern limit of the North Atlantic current here. And we document the feeding and evolution of the East Reykjanes Ridge current and the Irminger current. So a major result is that flow connecting these 2 currents across the ridge at specific location. And a second major result is that the Irminger current is continuously renewed by cross-ridge exchanges along the ridge. Here on the figure on the right, are the geostrophic velocity along the ridge section for the 2 REX campaign and for the Bocat cruise, during which part of the ridge section was conducted in summer 2016. The geostrophic velocity are computed from CTD hydrologic data and ADCP velocity. Red positive value correspond to an eastward flow. So here at the source of the section, we observe the northern branch of the North Atlantic current, and blue negative value are westward velocities. Here on the left are the cumulative transport along the ridge from Iceland to the south of the section. The increasing value corresponds to the eastward North Atlantic current, and a direct estimation of the intensity of the subpolar gyre was estimated at the westward transport between Iceland and the minimum here, that is the northern limit of the North Atlantic current. So the subpolar gyre intensity was estimated at 19.6 in 2015, and about twice as much with 35.2 in 2017. So along the ridge, we observe that the flow connecting the East Reykjanes Ridge current and the Irminger current cross the ridge at specific location set by the bathymetry, where the transport are intensified here. So here between 60 and 59 degree north, corresponding to an increase in the depth, and here to intense velocities. And a second intensification of the transport here above the bight fracture zone, also associated with intense velocities here. Between these 2 intensification, south of 59 degree north and north of bight fracture zone, the cumulative transport reached a plateau corresponding to weak flow of opposite direction here on the velocity. And north of 60 degree north, transport from the summer 2015, 2016 and 2017 are very similar due to the very strong bathymetric constraint. So the description of the transport across the ridge in the summer 2015 follow that was described by Petit et al. And what to remember is that from Iceland to the bite factor zone, the structure of the transport seems to be permanent. And south of the bite factor zone and in the North Atlantic current, the transport are more variable. So on the right, on the figure of the circulation, main cross-ridge passage connecting the East Reykjanes ridge and the Irminger current are represented with full line for what is permanent over the 2 years, and with dot line for what is variable. On the left, the geostrophic velocity across the zonal north, Ovid, and south section in 2017 are represented. Red positive value correspond to a northward flow along the 3 section. And the Irminger current branch are identified here. And a major result is that the 2 branch structure of the Irminger current are continuously renewed by cross-ridge exchanges here. And that breaks the vision of a continuous current along the ridge. The salinity here show that the branch of the Irminger current in the 3 section are fed by different water mass. The east branch of the north section is fed by subpolar mud water that comes from the subarctic front and cross the ridge north of the Ovid section here. And the water mass fed the west branch here are found in the east branch of the Ovid section. And also part of the water mass that cross the Ovid section in the west branch go to the Irminger Sea here. To evaluate these exchanges between these exchanges with the interior of the basin, so the East Reykjanes ridge current feeding from the Iceland basin and the exchanges between the Irminger current and the Irminger Sea, we evaluate these exchanges with transport budget between the section. So here in yellow are the westward transport across the ridge. In red, the eastward transport of the North Atlantic current. And in white, the transport of the East Reykjanes ridge current and the Irminger current. The gray in gray are the value to close the budget between the section. And we observe an height variability on these exchanges located here on the circulation scheme. And to go further, we looked at the hydrology data and computed the transport of different water mass. The figure here shows the salinity for the Rex ridge section, and a freshening and decline in density was observed in 2017. Here, if we look at the salinity, and I am currently investigate that, and I think Thiago will tell us more, perhaps. So thank you for your interest, and it's time for a question if you have any.
Thank you, Ivane. That was really nice. Any questions for Ivane? Anyone?
Yeah, thanks, Ivane. I have a question. Can you go back to the sections of the velocity?
So zonal or along the ridge, perhaps?
Oh, sorry, yeah, around the ridge. The next one.
This one?
Yeah. So I was just confused here. You said, so blue, am I getting this? Is this north-south or is this east-west velocities?
Okay, so here is the north Ovid and south section. So here perpendicular to the ridge. Mm-hmm. And in red, it's positive value. It's a northward.
Okay.
Northward current. And in blue, southward.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So I was just kind of curious looking at the schematic, where the southward flow is coming through, but it's sort of coming through in between the Jaya and the Reykjanes ridge flow.
This southward flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there is recirculation, and I don't know exactly, but it's clearly different water masses of the Irminger current.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, thanks.